This is some hilarious shit. I'm coming up the street here. I mean, it's hilarious to me. I'm walking up the street like right here. I'm coming from that direction. And there was a lot of people. I was kind of stuck in those herds. Like sometimes I tell you that people group up into these herds and they get stuck in them. And the temperature goes up about 10 degrees and it's real gross. So I was in a herd like right here, walking up here. And I'm like, oh, I know. I'll cut through the mall here. I'll cut through this place. So I come in here, right? This is, well, right where I came in. And I figured I would just like cut through onto like Kuhio, where Kuhio is. You know, but I don't, even though like this is like 2 seconds from my house, and I don't walk through here that often. So I came in here and this is funny. I come in, right, I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, you know, I never come in here that often. This is a cool place, you know, there's like 3 floors up there. But sometimes like I'll find a store I didn't know was around. So I kind of figured I would take a look through and see if there was anything. I didn't really see anything as a quick go through. Like you never know. Sometimes, like that, there's a toy store in the International Marketplace. Hello, that opened up, and that's pretty cool. That's real cool. And there was a toy store that opened up there that I was unaware of. I just kind of walked by there one day. Yeah, you can see the top of this place from my my door when you open the door. The look at this candy place here. All candy. Good Lord. I gotta go in there sometime. This is one of those places where I go in and I'm like, oh, I'll just get a couple things, like $60 later. So I'm walking through here and I'm like looking around. A little bit confused by the mirrors because I'm old and those things happen. I'm like, oh, there's 5 of me in here. But so I get over here and there's another way out and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll just go around, right? I'll just keep going around. So I'm like, oh, I'll go out this way, right? So I come out this way and this is the Duke statue I had. I'm back on the same street, just further back. Exact same street, just further back. So basically I went in there, did a complete circle, and here I am. So this will be the 3rd time I walk by this area over here. Pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about the Rapture now. To me, the Rapture was always like a religion thing, where it was like part of a religious concept or understanding. In the days of tribulation, God will return and he would whisk away his followers so that they didn't have to endure the 7 years of tribulation that's supposed to be coming. Now when people see the world the way it is now, they start to get a little bit anxiety, right? Because they see how crazy things are and they think like this is really the beginning of like this 7 years. I should talk to that guy back there about it. He's like a god, bro. He hands out. He just, last time I was through here, he gave me a brochure. I don't know, probably. Some people are weird about when you're filming with them. No, they don't. I don't know. But anyway, I bet he has some interesting things to say about it. So instead of asking him about it, let's just keep walking this way. You can listen to me babble. But another concept that came up from, I saw on another channel, this woman was talking about this idea that, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it comes from scripture. Oh, this guy's cool. He stands here like a statue. And then when you go by him, he comes to life and scares you. Usually with like a pop gun. So this woman had explained this concept of the bride. I just forgot what the fuck was it. The thing where you call the people out. Rapture, thank you. Rapture, Blondie, 1980. Auto-American. Fat Five Freddy. Illuminati confirmed. The concept she was putting forth or talking about was the concept of the bride rapture. Now, the bride rapture comes before the regular rapture. And the bride rapture is for the really good Christians. Like the people that memorized every word of the Bible or whatever. I don't know how they make this distinction who the super good people are. And she was talking about how she's going to be in that group, and you know, the true followers of the word of Christ and God, they're going to go first because they're the good ones. Then they'll come back and just get the plain old good ones, right? It's like, is he going to make that many trips here? I mean, if it was that easy to pop in and out, maybe you would have been here. So what they're trying to say is he's going to come and pick up the super good Christians, the ones that ambush you at a bus stop and tell you not to do nice things. And if you do nice things, you're going to burn in hell because Jesus or you died on the cross, whatever. You get those annoying people, so, which would be good. I wouldn't mind if he took them away. You know, so the rest of us can kind of figure out what we're going to do. But anyway, yeah, this thing here, right? This used to be King's Village. I'm going to get off subject here for a second. King's Village was this really cool, kind of kitschy shopping area that all the facades were done in like medieval kind of castle kind of way. There was a museum in the basement that was really cool. You could just walk through it. You didn't have to pay to get in. It was just open all the time. And it had a history of the military here in Hawaii. And they had uniforms and all this other stuff. It was really cool. So about, I guess, 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago even, their idea was to put a yet another like condo building here. So they closed this all off and they started tearing it down, and then they found out that as most of this area is really like anything from the mountains to the beach would be on the mainland considered wetlands, a conservation. You wouldn't be able to build on it just because the ground is too soft. So when they started laying the foundation for this place, they found that for the building they wanted to put here, there's no way, you know, they could put the foundational, not the pylons, not the struts, the main things. Civil engineer for 30 plus years, and I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, they found that it would sink. It would already be sinking too low for them to safely put a foundation there. So since then, it's just become like, I don't know, like urban blight, I guess. I don't know what they're going to do there. But anyway, back to the Rapture situation. You know, it just seems weird that he would show up, take people, go back, come here, take more people, go back, and then come back again, except this time with the sword. You know, like I'm always saying, Jesus is returning with a sword, but he's going to be by twice already to do other things. I don't know, it just seems weird. That seems like a religion thing. Like God, spirituality, your connection to divinity ultimately doesn't have a lot to do with religion. Religion is a organized thing put together by men. And even the stuff that, like, you talk about the rapture and people point out, like, you know, where it alludes to it in the Bible or whatever. The Bible, again, as I always like to say, is a book. It's just a book, you know. We don't have any concrete proof that it's the word of anyone. I mean, there is stuff in there, of course. I'm not saying it's a complete forgery in the sense of that it contains no truth. It does contain truth. And it's almost like a guidebook for this place, or a user's manual for this place. It had to be passed on to us, but it doesn't mean it has to be 100% true and correct. I mean, history is full of kings and rulers and leaders that would adjust the Bible to help them in their time of rule, adding things to it that they could benefit from. So, and you have the situation with the rabbis. You have a bunch of rabbis there that edit this stuff because they take it from the Hebrew text. Now, I don't know. I just don't trust those guys, you know. And also, like, I don't know King James. You know what I mean? I don't fucking trust that guy. So, taking all that into account, the Bible is very much a religious book. It's a religious tome. It's very tied to religion, as you know, most holy books are, right? But having it be a piece or having it have connectivity to the divine, I don't know. I mean, we're skeptical about a lot of things, right? But a lot of times when it comes to this, you know, Christians will tell you if you don't believe the Bible is 100% the Word of God, then you are burning in hell. Actually, a lot of Christians will tell you you're burning in hell for almost anything. If you don't, like, worship the way they do, and you can't just spot quote the Bible, or then you're definitely burning in hell. It's like, I don't like anyone, no matter what their motivation is, that tells people they're going to burn in hell. It's like, no, you're going to burn in hell. You know, you're making this stuff up. You know, I don't know, whatever. So anyway, this rapture thing, right? It's like the bride rapture. It just sounds silly. Like he's going to come and he picks out the real good Christians, you know, and okay, I'll be back for the rest of you. He comes back for the rest of everybody. Okay, you guys are all good. You get to go with me, and I'll take you with me. And he goes. He fucks off back to the fifth dimension. And then after 7 years, he comes back. Okay, now I'm back to kill. You know, it's like, I don't know. It just seems wonky to me. Maybe it could be explained to me in a way that makes more sense, but as of right now, it really doesn't. So I don't know what to think about it. I'm just kind of going with my own spiritual kind of barometer, my own spiritual shit test. I try to listen to God, let God lead me. And that's done in a lot of different ways. I mean, that could be just, it could be words, could be signs, could be like different kind of messages. What's up, brother? What's going on, bud? So, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of think each of us has to kind of figure that stuff out for ourselves. It's not going to be someone else to explain it to you. The way things are set up, especially with religion, the idea and what they want you to do is basically go to some dude to tell you, like, you know, how your relationship with the Creator, the Father, should be. You know, go to the Catholic Church and let some pedophile in a dress tell you, I'll get between you and God, and I'll tell you what he thinks. No. The answers aren't out there. I know it's like sounds hippy dippy trippy and shit, but the answers are inside in you. That's where all the answers are. Quiet reflection is what you need. But we don't have quiet reflection here because there's always so much crap going on. You got to run on the hamster wheel constantly to produce gold, to be able to have a roof over your head. And then when that's not happening, there's 24/7 bombardment of insanity. Look what's happening here. Look what's happening here. Look at what's happening here. It's like it's all by design. And I think even people that kind of are outside the esoteric knowledge tip, they can see it too. Even if they can't understand exactly what it is, they know that not all is right. It's not the OK corral, the not OK corral. Something is afoot at the Circle K. You know, they know there's something wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna keep watching the people with their ideas of the rapture. I think it's interesting how people interpret that. But ultimately, it's something you got to figure out for yourself. As are most things. Well, first you have to explain what is. Remember that with Clinton? You have to define what is. ISIS. Is Illuminati confirmed? Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.